Okay, hello YouTube viewers. Today I've decided to go do a little bit of riding on a dirt road. I haven't ridden along here since the typhoon, so I don't know what sort of condition it's in. So far so good. This is only the beginning of the road. It goes for about 10 kilometers along the mountain ridge. So I've got a 21-inch front wheel on the Sur-Ron, so it glides over these ruts really easily. It's using motocross tyres, so it grips really well. Just coming around to this open area, you can have a look at the view of the mountains here. Oh, today there's so much mist everywhere, you can hardly see the mountains at all. The very far mountains over there are the Southern Alps, but there's no way you can see them today. It's a bit of a shame. Looks like rain, but it's not. It's just one of those days. So let's go up a bit further. Oh, look at this. There's a big crack along there. Oh, I didn't notice that. It looks like it was going to fall in. Let's have a look up here. Oh, the whole mountain side of the mountain's collapsed. Look at that. I didn't realise. Wow, look at that. I don't want to get too close, but that's all gone. Look at the damage. The whole side's gone. There's thousands and thousands of tons of dirt and soil. It snapped all the trees in half and everything. That used to be a gentle slope all the way down there. It's completely gone from that typhoon. Look at that. No wonder the other part was cracked. There I'm right on the edge. It's a bit dangerous here. It's a bit sketchy. I'm just going to go off here, over here a bit. Wow. That's a really shock. Look at all the soil. There's all cracked too. That's about to go as well. Oh, we'll go up a bit further. We'll see what the rest of the road's like. Yeah, the Sur-Ron's got a KO motor, nano controller, and I upgraded the battery. It's got a Chai Battery Systems, an American company. It's a 70 amp hour battery. It works beautifully together. I've got a lot of power. You can program the power. I've got it set for my off-road settings at the moment. So it's smooth delivery of power. And if I'm hill climbing, it goes pretty well. The rear tyre's an issue for me. It's a 19-inch trials tyre because I can't get an 80mm wide 19-inch motocross tyre, so the grip's hopeless. So far so good. It seems to be pretty good up here. Continue along this ridge road. Yeah, the suspension's still the stock suspension on the front, but what I've done is I've just increased the PSI air pressure. It's got 150 PSI in the suspension, so it's nice and firm now. It's terrific. And the road's gone here. It's collapsed. It's completely collapsed. Look at this. Well, I'm supposed to be going over this way and down there, but I guess I could get up here, but up there looks a bit sketchy, those big rocks and that tree up there. I don't think I'll give that a risk. It's too risky, given what I've just seen, how the side of that mountain collapsed before. It's right up there, it's completely collapsed. And it's cut off my road. I mean, I could, it's too sketchy. I'm by myself as well. If anything happens, I guess that I'd have this fantastic YouTube video, but I wouldn't be around to see it. Yeah, I think I'll turn around. Geez, I didn't realise it was that bad around here. So I'll head back and then I'll try another off-road down a little bit further and see how that goes. Wow. Yeah, the typhoon really did cause a lot of damage. I mean, as you saw in my mudslide video, my own mountain got some damage, but this has been damaged quite a lot. But that was a shock to me, that whole side of that mountain back over there where I first showed you. That's all gone. That was a real surprise. That's a lot of land that's gone. Over the jump. This one's a little jump here. Woo! Whoa, that's a nice jump. That was really nice. Oh, over the sandbags. I think that's just to stop the water from draining in there. Let's slow down here again. Let's have a look at it from this angle. Ah, it's really subsided. Look at that. That's amazing. That was completely flat. In fact, that bit that's just down here in front, I remember last year stopping. That was just here. It's all, oh wow, imagine being like camping out or something that night. Oh. What I'll do when I get to the next location, I'll just do a quick walk around of the Sur-Ron. You can have a look at the things I've put on it. Accidentally hit the gas then, the accelerator. There we go, over the top. Okay, I'll just turn it off here and then I'll turn it back on when I reach the other road. Oh, look at that. Those animals there, that's a native Japanese serow, and it's with its baby. So that's the mum and a little baby there with the serow. If I go, oh no, yes, there she goes. They're gentle creatures. There's a little baby. Okay, we're back on the another track. This one is it is a dirt road, but it also goes, there's cement parts as well. it's been repaired from previous landslides, so it's sort of off-road and on-road. It's a mixture. It doesn't seem to be too badly damaged here. This is the bottom part. I would have thought that the flooding rains would have affected that. Oh, there's a cement bit here. We'll go up and have a look. When I reach to the top of this mountain, it's about 1,000 meters. I'll do a walk around of the Sur-Ron. You can have a look at it. We'll then go down the other side of the mountain a different way. The air pressure in these tyres is a little high, than usual. I've got it more set for road than off-road, so it's a little bit bouncy. Yeah, Japan off-road is a little bit different to what I've been used to. It's all rocks. Japan is an archipelago. It's built on volcanic action over the millennia, and so the ground isn't really like dirt and hard packed. It's just loose rocks everywhere. So I don't really find this enjoyable as much as I did, for example, when I was in Australia going off-roading. But the 21 inch is good. I originally had the 19 on the front, but with these sort of rocks and things, it just wasn't good. So the 21 just rolls over, even if it's a big rock, rather than actually coming off the bike, stepping off. You just roll over it. So it was worth putting it on, even though I had to upgrade the controller and battery because of the extra load it put on the motor. Okay, we're on to a bitumen section here. So just up here is where I'll do the walk around on the Sur-Ron. I'll just give it some gas up here. Nice bit of straight there, why not indeed? Get that chai battery warmed up. Little bit of a cement road here, around the corner. Have to be careful though, on off-road tyres I don't want to do anything stupid. Right, we're at the top of the mountain here. It's 1,000 meters, and I'll stop and we'll do a walk around to the bike. Yeah, you can't see anything today. Let's just stop it here. There we go. Okay. So, I'll show you the view first. I'll come back here on a nicer day. but in winter the furthest away mountains, they have snow on the top of them. Okay, so on the rear I've got my trials tyre, which as I said is absolutely hopeless. It's a 220mm disc rotor. I've ended up with the standard brakes. They're fine for what I use. I don't race or anything like that. They go pretty well. The wheels, the rims are Warp 9s. They did a fantastic job. The spokes are bigger than the factory ones. I'm very happy with those rims. I upgraded the rear shock. It's a 750 pound, which is about a 300 and something kilogram rear shock. So that's made a difference. I've just put a new jack shaft on here and belt. That's in my other video. So the rear part, I'll go actually to the other side. This side here, I've got a non-O-ring chain. Gives me a little bit better performance and easier to clean. And I've got a 58 tooth sprocket. So the torque is fantastic. And because I've got the KO Motor Nano controller with the Chai battery, I can use the field weakening. So with the field weakening, I've got the best of both worlds with the rear sprocket. I've got top speed. I can do 80 kilometers an hour if I want to, but I've also got the torque, so it's absolutely brilliant. It is the standard Sur-Ron motor, so I've only got it tuned for 8 kilowatts. So if you push it any more than that, these things don't last very long. They're only a low-cost motor, so that's to be expected. So this is my front, the 21-inch wheel, the Warp 9 with the motocross tyres. I had this in snow up on the same place last beginning of this year, I think, and it grip was fantastic. And I've got the extended mudguard, which I got from Dirty Bike. It actually needs to be, for a 21-inch, it needs to be out here further, so I'm probably going to get a normal dirt bike mudguard and then try and fit it to these forks. As I said before, the front forks are the factory ones, but just under here you put your high pressure air in, so I've filled it up to 150 psi, so that works very well. This is a road registered version, so it's called the L1e. That's why it's got the headlight and indicators and so on. I did put the hand bash guards on. As you can see, they're pretty scratched, so they've done their job very well. I had a big off on this last month. I fell down the side of a mountain with the bike. So unfortunately I didn't have my camera. You could have had a look at it. It's good for a laugh. Okay, let's continue on down the other side. So this stays bitumen for a little while and then we get back onto the dirt roads again. The field weakening's really working well. I don't know what to expect along these roads. The condition that they're in, I haven't been along here, so not for a long time. Not since the beginning of the year in the snow. Around the lovely corner there, wonderful. Goes very nicely. I'm just sitting down at the moment, having a little bit of a rest on this bitumen road. Goes back to dirt shortly. Nice rock. The 21-inch wouldn't roll over that one, that's for sure. Either would it roll over that one either. I experimented around with the air inside the bike in the front forks, and basically from the factory it comes at about, I think, under 90 anyhow. And I looked at the specs at the actual manufacturer, D&M, the maker, and they do go up to 180 is the maximum, absolute maximum, but 150 is good. The pressure does leak out after a while, which is to be expected. Again, they're cheap forks, but once a month I just check the pressure, and yeah, it's good. They work okay. For the type of riding I do, I mean, if you're going over jumps and you're jumping high and landing, then you're going to need better suspension. But I'm just riding over these type of stone sort of roads, dirt stone type roads. I don't do sort of motocrossy jumps and those sort of things. So the factory suspension with the extra air in works fine for me. Even with the 21-inch, it never bottoms out. It used to bottom out before I put the air in, but it doesn't anymore. It works really well. It's a metal grate over there. I don't fancy going that. Oh, metal, flat piece of metal steel with off-road tyres. It's a recipe for disaster if ever there was one. stop here. There's a bit of a view through the trees there. Look at that. It's beautiful. Yeah, we're coming down in altitude, so the tree line, we're actually just in the tree line now. Yeah, you can see that it looks really good. Very peaceful. Look at that rock, beautiful rock. Nice. Well, let's have a look at this. Is this a waterfall? It looks like it's a waterfall across the road. Oh, it looks nice. It's a little shrine there, you can see. So they're scattered throughout the mountains in Japan, and this will be for one of their gods. And this water is beautiful mineral water. You can just drink it straight out of here. This has come fresh straight out of the mountains. In summertime you could actually probably have a quick dip in there if you wanted to have a wash and something, but anyhow, it's yeah, that was good to see that. Looks like all of that sort of got washed away from the typhoon as well. Looks like we've come down to the end, the bottom part here. Go around here through the forest road. Yeah, for these roads, the 58 tooth sprocket is the most important thing I think I've bought on the Sur-Ron besides the battery. The range increased a lot because you need a lot of torque to get up these mountains and up the hills, and it's just unbelievably different. I do have a 54 tooth sprocket, and I also have a 62 tooth, 62. And I found that actually 62 I ended up losing power, or losing a bit of range, and I didn't notice a big difference in torque between the 58 and 62, and the 54 wasn't doing it for me, so I settled on the 58 tooth. I'd probably put the 54 on if it was normal road tyres and I had it set up as a supermoto or something like that. But the 58 tooth works out really well. Okay, we're at the bottom of the mountain onto the road now, so I'll finish here today. And thank you very much for watching. I do appreciate it, and I hope you enjoyed the video. So hopefully I'll see you again soon. Thank you.